Hey all, I wanted to be sure to take you through just some of the beginning thinking about your paper. So over here we have the due dates, um, and I am right on the top of the English page. So now you could open the calendar and see all those or see them just listed here. So in your e-learning materials, that's where we're going to be trying to put the links to these videos. So just to open that up so you can see one video is there. Perhaps you already looked at it. It's more about the due dates. So then I'm going to go back just in English, and I'm getting myself over to this Great Gatsby folder, which we've been using all semester. And then we have the Great Gatsby paper folder inside that. So I've opened it up. Um, this video will just orient you to all three of the potential topics and trying to get your ideas down. And I think one great planning device to use would be this, the Great Gatsby Essay Outline 2020. So if you open this, it's going to give you some nice advice. One way to think about your essay is to really think about it in the body paragraphs, thinking about beginning of the paper or of the book. What do I want to talk about? And then as this idea transitions into the middle of the novel, what does that look like? And then where does Fitzgerald kind of end things? And that kind of brings you to the ideas that you want to state about what his final commentary is, and your take on that. So maybe three body paragraphs. Maybe there's a fourth body paragraph that is just about Fitzgerald's message. We'll talk about that perhaps in another video. Yes, you could start with an introduction, but I think starting with an introduction for a paper is really hard if you haven't written the paper. So don't struggle here. If you're like, I don't know about an introduction, don't struggle. Just move on. Use this first, maybe to plan out your thesis, maybe your topic sentences. So let's look at this B. It says thesis statement. So topic one is the dreamer. Topic two is where you kind of look at like a theme idea and talk about that in Fitzgerald's writing. And topic three is really focused on Nick. Topic one, dreamer. So here it's suggesting that you might talk about the dreamer as it relates to one or two things that Fitzgerald uses to convey that character's dream. So let's say that we're writing about Wilson. So through the use of Wilson's interest in money or Wilson's protection of Myrtle, Fitzgerald conveys that Wilson becomes or is already totally disillusioned regarding his ability to make money or his ability to keep Myrtle. Not sure, but that's kind of how you would be using those. Now, there are other techniques to build a thesis. There's another whole document that's just on topic one. That's in a different video, or will be in a different video. But that's kind of how you use this plug and play. Here again. So this long line is where you kind of put the theme talk. So through his use of Myrtle and Tom, or through his use of the green light and Daisy, Fitzgerald conveys that women are foolish, money doesn't bring happiness, or maybe something a little more articulate on your part. And then here, once again, the devices are listed here. So here's where you talk about the impact. So Nick presents mostly a believable case that we should appreciate Gatsby, or maybe you believe that Nick is deceptive, and you want to talk about that. So beginning, middle, and end. This is a great place. Thinking about these things are a great place for you to reach out and have a conference. And if we have a conference together, we might not be using these forms, but hopefully we can articulate with you, here's a first idea and a second idea and a third idea, and then that becomes your thesis, right? Or maybe you have an idea for a thesis, and then we can articulate, okay, 1, 2, 3, here's kind of your talking points for your main ideas in your paper. Um, you know, you can work either way at it. Get your big idea with your main ideas to follow, or here are the things that I want to talk about in the paper, and that means that this is your thesis. Um, so then this just takes you through, just so you can kind of see, it takes you through really nicely the quotes, the discussion of the quotes. So you can use all this for all three of those topics. So, okay, that's it for now. We'll probably get over to talking about individual paper topics a little bit later on. Take care.